What's up? What's up? This is your boy Ocho back at you with that regular podcast. I know it's been a minute, but I don't know. But here we go. But today's topic, I had a very interesting question on my mind that my homie actually brought to my attention, Rob. You know what I'm saying? But it basically revolves around a concept of settling. you know, when it comes to the concept in a relationship of settling, like not settling down, but when you feel like you're in a relationship and you feel like that person is not good enough for you, you feel like you can do better. So at that time, you decide that you're going to leave the relationship and go do better. And because you're not going to settle for that person, or even within the confines of a marriage, we see where people feel like they have settled. They get in a relationship with somebody, they love that person, and commit to that person until the point of marriage. But then something within the marriage, they feel as though now um, they have settled. You know what I'm saying? They better than that person. That person not good enough for them. They elevated and that person is down. So now they settling and they lead a relationship. Okay, now this this is where things get tricky. I'm just gonna be honest with you because this was a video. You can either like it or dislike it, like it or love it, or hate it or love it. But I'm gonna be 100 with you. Most men don't just leave relationships because they feel like they're settling. Like they feel like I've settled. I'm leaving a relationship because of this. You see what I'm saying? But I have noticed just in social media and in general that a lot of black women and women in general, it's this big thing in the air about settling and like leaving a relationship because they feel like they settled. They will even divorce their husband. They will do all type of things because they feel it's just a feeling of okay, I settled, I can do better. Or even we can even take it a step further and we could say some women will even be in relationships or not get into relationships or in relationships because they it's just a thing about settling. Like, okay, I'm not going to dress like this or I'm not going to carry myself this way because that's settling. Or they feel like that's leading to them settling somehow. That they're not going to cook for a man or clean for a man or serve. I don't know. But I'm just saying what I've seen. And it's like, I really have a question. What is the dynamic that is causing so many women to be fixated, infatuated, and just so locked onto the concept of settling? You know what I'm saying? To the point where they you know, I don't want to say they're not ending up with they settling for nothing. Basically, that's what's happening. Women are settling for nothing rather than settling in a relationship with somebody that they're better than, or I'm trying to phrase this correctly so you can understand what I'm saying, but just basically, it just makes me think of like somebody's thinking they're better than somebody else, or it's no humbleness in that to me. Like, where does the humility come, especially after you already in a relationship with somebody, after you already had most people have had sexual contact by this time that they feel like they're settling. So I just don't understand. Like, that's something that you do early on when you just say, I just met this person 2 or 3 days. I don't want to settle for somebody who acts like that, and you move on with your life. That's not something that you spend 6 years with this person. You looking at them every day. You loving on this person, and one day you just saying, "Oh, I'm not settling for this. I'm not. This is beneath me." You feel what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand it, the concept of that. I'm trying to figure out where it came from. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to be judgmental either. If people want to say that, that's their right. If they feel like they want to they settling and they don't want to settle, don't settle. It's your life. That's not really my aim here. My aim is to start a conversation so we can talk about this, so that we can have a dialogue about what exactly is this dynamic that have sprung up in our community that is causing so much, you know, conversation, so much, you know, like, because I hear it a lot. I hear, I don't want to settle. I'm not settling a lot. It's like, wow. And I don't, like, I understand it, but I don't understand it because I need to really because I can just understand it from the perspective of somebody saying that, but I want to understand it from a perspective of what's the experience of, like, what is the real fear behind that? Like, what began that? What made you think? like of settling? What put settling in your mind? What made that such a something in the forefront? Like the number one thing to avoid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So many things in life to avoid. Like that you can avoid, that is avoidable, that is not being avoided in our community specifically. So I just want to see why we all focused on that settling, but then all these other things are being, we just running head on first into it. But that's another, because I'm trying to be gentle with this. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to have a fair and balanced channel. But sometimes I could be crazy, but I'm not gonna go there today. But and that's all I wanted to say. And this is Ocho Solo with the Real Podcast. You know what I'm saying? Regular guy in a regular world. You know what I'm saying? Just get at me.